Hello, welcome to Awakening with Soulspirational. My name is Tish, and today we welcome you to another Soulful Sunday. Welcome by this great group here with us today. Appreciate everybody being here. And so if you watched the last episode, it was also during a Soulful Sunday, and the topic we discussed was choices. So this week I wanted to kind of piggyback off that and talk about shoulds. Some of you may have heard the saying, don't should on yourself. And I really want to get a little bit deeper into that subject. So most people here probably heard me say this quite a few times. If we take the word should and we add an ERS, then we get the word shoulders. So every time we say should, we're actually placing a burden upon our shoulders. So I really want to bring some conscious awareness into what is going on with our physical and energy bodies when we start to use that word. And I'm really hoping that maybe at the end of this, going forward, that when you hear yourself say the word should, that you can stop in that moment and either do it or don't. And I kind of see it like the Nike commercial, just do it. So we are going to go in and talk about that. Usually during Soulful Sunday, we just have the discussion, but we are going to do this little exercise. So if you want to join us at home, I just suggest getting pen and paper handy, and then we're going to get into the subject. All right. I am going to ask for everybody to think about a common should statement that you say to yourself. I'm going to ask for you to write it down. So whether it is, I should exercise more, or I should eat healthier, I'm going to ask for you to write down a common should statement that you often hear yourself say. Could even be, I should be more patient, loving, kind, whatever it is for you. And you may, we'll find out at the end of this little exercise, but most of us, when we think about the shoulds, it is something that weighs us down. I recognize, however, there may be somebody, for example, thinking I should travel more, and that may bring about a different set of emotions. But most of us generally have something that we feel like we should be doing that gives us a heavier weight. So what I'm going to ask for you to do is, now that you've written down your should statement, I want you to focus on that statement mentally. And as you do that, as you repeat it over and over, and if you're at home, if you choose, you can even say it out loud. But I'm going to ask for you to focus on your should statement and scan your body from head to toes. So when you think about what you should be doing, where are you feeling it? And I'm going to ask you to write down all the places where you feel it. And as you're scanning your body, you may notice that there are certain parts that jump out right away to you. But as you're scanning through, you may find that some energy is much more subtle. Oftentimes we'll hold energy behind our face, where your eyes may feel as though they're tight or they're wide. You may notice that your shoulders have gone up, your hands may be clenched, your toes may be curled. So I'm just going to ask you to really scan through your body. Where are you holding it? So just by this one step, if we were to stop right now, which we aren't yet, you just brought yourself the conscious awareness of what the word should, how that is affecting your body. And we're going to kind of, for those who are willing to discuss in a little bit what they got, but sometimes we can even feel such a huge knot in the pit of our stomachs when we're thinking about what it is that we should do. So our bodies are physically reacting to this weight that we have on our shoulders. So now that everybody has that and they've scanned it, I am going to ask for you now to change that to a positive declarative statement. So if your should statement was, I should eat healthier, could I ask for you to restate that to, I eat healthy foods? Declare it as though you're doing it right now. Get this should out of there. And the positive declarative statement, how would you reword that? And then I'm going to ask for you to do what you just did, only now with this positive statement. So I'm going to ask for you to really focus on this positive statement. I eat healthy, I am patient, whatever it is for you. Feel it, scan your body again, and notice if you feel a shift in energy, or if you're feeling things in different places of your body that you weren't the first time around. So feel into the positive aspect of this. So again, the purpose behind this little exercise is to get us all aware of what that should statement does and how we can change the energy of that. So, maybe my should statement is I should eat better. Well, when I walk into the kitchen because I want to get some ice cream, I may hear myself say, oh, I shouldn't eat that. It is in that moment that we get to make a change. It is empowerment, because I can either just eat it or not. But when we start getting the shoulds out of the way, or the shouldn'ts out of the way, that's where the empowerment comes from. We don't have as much, we may feel bad later because we ate the ice cream, but we still got to choose in that moment. It wasn't on top of it, because I don't know about you guys, but oftentimes if I'm hearing myself saying I shouldn't eat the ice cream, I eat it anyway and I still feel guilty, and then I have the should on top of it. So don't should on yourself. I'm asking you to just be consciously aware, listen to your internal dialogue, and you can even go deeper. Why do I feel like I shouldn't have this? But I'm going to ask you not to dwell too much or stress too much about it. The main thing is just becoming consciously aware to what it's doing to your body. And you can even do this after, let's say you decide, you know what? I'm just not going to eat that ice cream. Scan your body. How does that feel for you right there in the moment? You can do this at any time, any place. So now I'm going to open this up to discussion if anybody cares to share, because I realize maybe some people got more out of it than others. So, you want to share?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my statement, or my should was, it's going to sound silly, but it was very profound. Should I give Kitty more treats? Now this is my cat. I have a tendency to make everything around me gain weight, and except for me, okay? and when you talked about it hitting you, it like hit me here, like right where your intuition will go. Okay, I've had many animals where it just way overdone it. They've been all overweight. They got everything moved. Their teeth go bad. It was just awful. And I always felt guilty about this. Now I have this cat, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to feed it cat food, not table food, or, And, so that was my thing. Should I give it more treats? And then I went into this whole thing about it makes them, how it felt for them, or how I think they feel when they're in that environment. Like so much calmer. They feel welcome at home, protected, cared for. They can count on me, trust me. It went into this whole thing. And then I just see myself like this little kid who never had that type of thing,
Oh.
So I do it to everyone around me, and I'm good at it, but it's a terrible thing to do to people around me, and I know it, but I do it. I'll be healthy as a horse, and not that you're not healthy, but everybody around me is
unhappy.
and that's where it went, into that whole thing. Just it was very profound for me.
That sounds really profound. If it's going to take you back to your youth to see that correlation.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so why I do that?
Wow.
Like always cooking or always cleaning and always, it's a very strange thing.
So then, can I ask what your positive or the declarative statement, the second one, how you followed up with that?
I give Kitty healthy treats. So instead of table food, listen, this goes way back. I cook for my dogs. What I ate, they ate on plates and sit on my lap and eat off my plate. He knows.
My dad would like you.
Yeah, see, I'm like that. And it just, and I thought, well, I'll just give her cat food, you know, that's meant for a cat.
Right.
Healthy treats, you know, so that's
Very
where I went.
nice.
Give Kitty healthy treats.
Thank you for
Give her
that.
all the treats I want.
As long as they're nice and healthy, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It'll kind of get me thinking a little different
Yeah.
too. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Anybody else want to share their?
Well, as you know, I've been struggling with anxiety for a while, and so my should statement was I should be better by now, because I feel that it's been a long time and that I should be better by now. And so where I felt the, I guess the tension was like throat, heart, you know, kind of where it always has been. Solar plexus. So my turnaround statement was, I am better now. And so I felt lighter, less tension, less fullness in my chest, and I could take deeper breaths.
Just by switching,
Just by switching
Your
the wording.
statement.
Yeah.
so that I'm assuming that felt good. Did it feel
Yeah, because that's actually a statement I've been saying a lot to myself lately is I should be better by now. Like even yesterday I said it. I should be better by now. So it's like really crazy that we're doing this exercise today because it's obviously something that I needed to do.
good? Good. And if that can help alleviate some of that pressure,
Right.
that pain and tension, thank you for sharing that. Wonderful. Anybody else want to share their?
My should statement was I should speak my truth more. It's kind of an old issue with me. I tend to avoid things and discussions that I know that aren't going to be pleasant but need to happen, so I keep all that bottled up. And I just really noticed around the third eye and the face and the heart, it was just very, very tense there. But when I turned that around to I speak my truth with love, the chest just got a lot lighter and opened up more. I could almost, as I was closing my eyes, I almost could see right by my heart just like two doors opening up.
Aww.
So that was nice.
Gives so much happiness.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to share yours?
Yeah, mine was I should do more Reiki than I do. And as I said that, I felt pressure in my shoulders and my hands and arms. So then when I
Interesting.
did the turnaround statement, I am doing more Reiki, everything was balanced. No pressure, balanced. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Like I could just feel that as I'm looking through you. I'm actually looking down your arms,
Yeah, I mean, it felt like lead weights.
and you are doing more Reiki.
Yeah. Yeah, I am, but I mean, I want to do it every day. Or every other day, or at least 3 times a week.
And so you're building,
Yeah.
but knowing that I am. How did you say that I am doing more Reiki?
Yeah, I am doing more Reiki. And then everything went away and everything balanced out.
Thank you. That feels really nice.
Yeah.
Did either one of you want to share your stories? Thank you, Rick.
Sure. I had a couple, but I'll use the I should try harder. And that's from childhood. You're not doing enough, you're not good enough stuff. So I felt it immediately like someone had just punched me right in the gut. I wanted to come into myself, and we've talked about that. So when I turned it around, and I also felt it in my jaw and my neck, kind of coming down because I was clenching. So when I turned it around, I do my best. My shoulders relaxed, I came forward, I stood in my power, and I felt a lot better.
That's good.
Yeah.
Opening up that solar plexus is your
Which I've been working on.
that warrior. Thank
It's
you.
amazing how taking something and just turning the words around in a different way, speaking with love,
Right.
Yeah.
I like
is so
that.
powerful.
You guys are just giving me chills. Do you want to share? Do you mind?
Yeah, I wrote I should save more money, and I scanned and I thought I should feel that in my heart, but I didn't. It's just in my throat. And then it kind of took me right away before I even did the turnaround statement. I saved plenty of money because without spending any money, you don't do a lot of the things you love to do. And I think that's just as healthy as, nice balance, So,
Yes. Yeah, and did you feel the shift then?
yeah, I did feel it.
Good, good. And because I think if I just heard you right, like how it's important to save money, but it's also important to enjoy life. And I think is lovely to know that when we can give of ourselves, we work so hard to bring this in, but when we can take the time to spend some of that so we can live the life that really is short anyway on earth. Thank you. I can feel that. Boy, you guys are freaking awesome. Did you want to share?
Oh yeah, the person off camera here for the TV. I wrote I should eat healthier. That was kind of yours, I guess. But I do feel that I'm vegan, pretty much vegan, some vegetarian, and I really haven't got into vegan cooking that much, and I just haven't made the effort. But I buy some things at Aldi's or different stores that already have it, like quinoa and veggies or something, or brown rice. But anyway, when I said I should eat healthier, I felt it in my stomach and head, and my hand was clenched, but mostly in my stomach, this knot in my stomach, this tenseness.
Uh-huh.
And then when I made the declarative statement, I eat healthy foods, I felt a relaxation of my stomach and mind. And in the positive statement, and then it was like the choice is eat or not is the choice, you said that, eat or not is an empowering statement to be able to make that choice and consciously make the choice.
Wow, and that feels really profound too, of we have a choice to eat.
Right. We
Not
have power.
everybody has that luxury of when they're going to eat again.
When I thought back to when I did eat healthier and took more self-discipline, but I was a healthier person. Mentally too.
Very, very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. The empowerment. First, I think the power that we give away in these should statements and the pressure that the burdens that we carry just by placing that. And it's why I wanted to share this, when we could just take that time, those few moments to scan and notice where it's affecting us. And just by switching those words around, and it's not that or dissimilar to, the law of attraction, and you change your words to more positive thinking. But the shoulds, we are so burdened, I think, in our society by the shoulds, because we're already so busy and we just go and go and go, and I should be doing this and I should be doing that. Stop. Just stop and either do it or don't. When I teach meditation classes, or just people coming in for a group, I know I should meditate more. It's like, no, in that moment you either sit and meditate or you just don't. Like instead of just worrying yourself and placing that tension, that heaviness upon your shoulders, just do it. Just do it. And the great thing about meditation, you can literally just be and take a few moments to breathe. Making those healthier choices, whether it's whatever you're going to be making for dinner or the healthy snacks for your pets, which I think is awesome. Shifting over the energy of the anxiety. What you guys have shared, I think, I know for me it's been very beneficial listening to your stories. We still have a few minutes to go, so we can keep talking about shoulds. Are there other things where you can see where this would be beneficial, or switching your shoulds?
Mediumship. Love to do that every day if I could.
But you can.
Oh, I know, but it's just getting people lined up, because I don't know. I think I'm in my own way sometimes.
Well, let me ask you, what do you mean by? Because I took that as though for you practicing mediumship.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean, or having clients on a daily basis?
That both. Either
Okay.
way. I mean, I do mediumship every day when I think about it, because I'm with the angels, higher self, all this stuff. That's a form of mediumship, but I mean, as far as helping people too, I'd like to do that.
Well, I can say being Facebook friends, that on practically a daily basis, you do help me for the different quotes that you put out there. And I would think that, I think if each one of us stopped, I think we can honor one another, recognizing just how much that we have brought to one another's lives, that we don't even realize that the love and the energy that we give out to others.
Absolutely.
And you know what, actually, and as I'm saying this, you know, this exercise was to bring you inward for your own shoulds. But I'm going to throw out there as well, it's jumping me over to judgments of they should, that person should. So even maybe when we catch ourselves thinking about somebody else and maybe, you know, I think that so-and-so should be doing X, Y, Z, then it's a good time to stop as well, because that may be a mirror.
Yeah.
And in some ways, that can kind of really, I really relate that to my should. I should speak my truth more. I also turn that around in my relationships. Well, they should do X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, you know, you're placing blame on someone else when you're not speaking your truth. So how do they know your needs unless you have the courage to speak your truth with love, to give, that person the need or the option to fulfill those needs instead of holding them accountable for not doing things that they didn't know that you needed. So that really,
That's perfect.
Yeah.
This is that
It's
finger
wisdom.
pointing, you're pointing a finger
Yeah.
at all the ones coming back at you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really true for relationships.
Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it there. yeah, I think that is true for relationships. Does anybody else, before we close, do you have anything that you want to share with the shoulds, what you feel, what you've experienced, or maybe what you've picked up from what somebody else here has said that may have helped you?
I'm just really happy that we did this exercise today because I feel like, I just feel like I needed it.
It's opened
Mhm.
a whole
Yeah.
gateway.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I can remember that when I was eating healthier and doing more positive things, I was more assertive, I felt better about myself, and just generally a more outgoing person. You know, it's like when you have some self-control, then, but not overly punitive or overly strict, then you feel like you're just more on top of the world, you know.
It's empowering. So just like you with the solar plexus, where the shoulders are going back, you're feeling into your core. You're allowing your sun to shine instead of masking it. And you get that sense of empowerment. And then it's also a sense of responsibility. Because when you stop yourself in the middle of a should, you're taking responsibility for your actions, whether you're eating the ice cream or you don't. Whether you're meditating or you don't, whether you're being patient or you're not. You're taking responsibility in that moment for your own actions. And I, and even as I'm saying that, this sense of pride of, you know what, today I made this healthy choice and it felt good. You know, so maybe tomorrow when you hear the should, whatever feels right in that moment, but just own it, be responsible about it, and empower yourself.
When I did it seems like it made you more aware of things. I mean, yeah, I would have never thought of that. I mean, what a should is, and it's just like one more piece of the puzzle.
And you know what? That subtle energy, it's what we use in Reiki. And pretty much the theme of all of my videos are in subtle energy. Because your body tells you, even the water drink that you guys watched us with yesterday, that water drink, your body knows. And when we stop in that moment and we pay attention, even if we're just engaged in dialogue, when it's this lovely open dialogue, if you just stop, you can feel the openness. But if you're engaged with something more contentious and you feel into, you just stop, even though the other person's still talking, you just stop and scan, where your stomach may feel like, again, there's you've been kicked in the gut or something, or you get to recognize in that moment how that particular conversation is affecting you physically, energetically. And you can choose in that moment to say, you know what, I disengage. if that is the right thing for you to do in the moment. But at least by stopping, when they say just stop and breathe and count to 10, in those 10 seconds, you get a chance to scan your body and recognize, is this something I want to continue or not? Because I don't know if this person or this situation is worth this. And especially if 2 days later you catch yourself going, the shoulders are still up, that, your whole body's tense, like, really? Do I want to do this to my body for this? It just really can bring you to that place of self-awareness.
Well, that gets into like, I should have, and I think more people declare that than the I should. They go into the future and go, I should have done more readings. I should have done this. I should have relaxed. And when you're getting into that, you're getting into regrets.
Mm-hmm.
So go into the future when you're saying a should, and then say, should I have done that? How am I going to feel in that moment? Should I have,
That's really nice, because then
Yeah,
you can double back to today and say, wow, if my regrets in the future is that, if one of them is that I should have done more readings, you know what? I'm going to choose to take the steps today so I can start doing more readings.
Choose in the moment.
Yes.
It's like having a time machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking ahead so you can come back to the now, so you can honor where you are now and start taking those active steps.
There you go.
Love it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close out the episode. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here, for sharing your stories, your heart, and your love, and your light with all of us. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to close down. If you guys have any questions at home about today's episode, please feel free to reach out to me. You can email me at info@soulspirational.com, or you can go to our website at soulspirational.com. So until next time, thank you, be well, and namaste.